Hey, what's going on, guys? Juicy's here. Are you ready to take your basic Viscous vibes and turn them straight into a goo god? Well, look no further. Today we're diving into some juicy advanced tips for your slime ball buddy. Grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's talk about some tricks that'll make your enemies go, wait, what the f just happened? But as always, before we get into the video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe button for more gooey content, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm posting and when I'm going live. It helps me out and I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you guys in chat, in the comments. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Also, quick disclaimer that some of these tips might not just be for Viscous. For example, I have a heavy melee tip. This can be applied to any character, but majority of the tips are for Viscous himself. Other than that, I hope you enjoy. Alright, first up, we got the charged melee around corners. This tactic here is like finding a gooey surprise right under your middle school desk. That's exactly how your enemies will feel when you charge up the melee and swing around the corner. See, the beauty of this is that all they hear is the faint hum of the charge, and then here comes your slimy slap right in the face. Use the camera to steer your way around corners and give them the old surprise attack. Now let's talk about the ultimate defense maneuver. Flubber Jr. here has Cube. Picture this, you get pulled in by Bebop, and he puts a bomb on you. Just cube it for you and your teammates, and then just cancel it when you're good to go. I'd say it's very important to cancel the cube when you do not need it. If you do not need the health, if you do not need the invulnerability, for example here on Bebop, I cancel it to continue pumping DPS onto him, and then securing the kill. Now for Goo-Ball Ganking. With the new Goo-Ball changes, the increased maneuverability combined with its double jump and duration, you can traverse the map fairly quickly to join your team. Here I decide to booger bounce my way across the map to my team, getting a nice stun, canceling the goo ball, and then sending out my splatter for that much needed burst, securing 2 kills for the team. This clip really showcases the maneuverability you have with the goo ball. I'm trying to chase this paradox, I get him fairly low, and then I jump over this building here, land it directly on him, cancel it once more so that I can continue pumping out DPS. The stun is all I need to CC him, and then the rest follows through. Here's another example. I use my goo ball here to try and get as much CC as possible. It is a 3v1, I am fairly ahead, but I do cancel it once more to secure a melee kill. Here I am in orange lane and my team is fighting on upper blue. I notice it and decide to use my goo ball. Pay attention to how I'm jumping here around this building, maneuver myself around these corners to eventually catch up to the 7 here, stun him, and secure a kill for the team. Use your goo ball to cancel channeled enemies' abilities. For example, Bebop's laser and HAZE's ultimate ability. Channeled abilities can be cancelled by stunning enemies. As you see here, Bebop's in the air. I'm just a big booger menace, bouncing around the map, CCing as much as possible, and cancelling any abilities to support the team. Now we're moving on to the Puddle Punch ability. Look to aim your Puddle Punch at walls that are behind enemies to push them into your team. This works exceptionally well in the laning phase. Enemies that are pushed up are unsuspected of you to knock them forward. If you're lucky, you can also hit them mid-dash. They'll waste a stamina bar trying to dash away, but will go nowhere as you're sending them backwards. You can also try to knock down enemies by using the Puddle Punch on the skybox. Use this for characters like Great Talon and Vindicta. Here's an example of using the Puddle Punch after a team fight to chase an enemy. Our mole man ganks our lane, and also their wannabe Frozone counter ganks. We get a quick pick on one of the enemies and then start to focus on the warden. After the warden is taken out, wannabe Frozone wants to get away. I dash jump forward to close the gap while peppering him with my autos. A quick time Puddle Punch on the wall directly next to him makes his dash ineffective. He went absolutely nowhere there and we're able to finish the kill. Be sure to use that green punch on yourself as well. Yes, punch yourself. Use it around the map to maneuver more effectively. Use it under yourself for greater height and gain advantages on unsuspecting players. There are plenty of use cases for this, so be sure to go into the sandbox and practice this. This will turn you from a regular flubber player to a flubber god. You have the dash jump puddle punch. You have the double jump puddle punch. Now with the new wall bounce changes, if timed correctly at the last second, dash jump puddle punch wall bounce jump. I know that's a lot, but this works best if you time it the last second. You need to make sure that you bounce off the wall before the puddle punch hits you. That's why you're placing it at the last second. Someone's chasing you. Oh yeah, you're just gone. Good way to get away. There's a wall on your side. Dash, jump into the wall, puddle punch, wall bounce, and then you're gone. Now let's move back to the splatter. You need to be making sure that you upgrade your splatter to level 5 as soon as possible. I typically do this every single game. The reason being is that at level 5, you get the extra bounces on your splatter, which means extra damage, allowing you to wave clear more effectively. Towards mid-game, you'll be able to one-shot minion waves, as well as improving your clear times on side camps. Farming as much as possible is extremely important in Deadlock. You gotta make sure that your souls are always increasing, you're always doing something, destroying boxes or farming camps or farming waves. Going for kills is not always the answer. Whenever you are using splatter, always aim that gooey booger at their feet. It does the same amount of damage if you're hitting it through them or if you're hitting it at the floor, even if it's far away. At level 5, still aim it at their feet, especially if there's a wall behind them or if they're indoors. You want to do additional damage with those bounces, so hit it in front of them at their feet. It's going to bounce, go through them, hit the wall, and come back for 3 iterations of damage. I'll do it one more time. Immediately after that, you want to max your Goo-Ball. Reason being is that at max Goo-Ball, you're able to use abilities while in Goo-Ball form, massively increasing your DPS while in Goo-Ball form. Prior to that, I recommend if you're using Goo-Ball in a team fight and you need extra DPS, to cancel the Goo-Ball if there's no walls around you to bounce in between enemies. The short stun and damage might not be enough to finish off certain kills, and the enemy may be able to get away. Alright, my fellow Goo Goblins. If you want to master Viscous, if you want to master Flubber Jr., you're going to have to put in the time. He's got one of the highest skill ceilings in the game, and that means practice, practice, practice. Sure, you can play an easier champ like HAZE, but where's the fun in that? Viscous rewards creativity and skill, and once you got him down, there's no stopping you. So I hope this video helped you out. I hope you learned something new. Embrace the goo and start pulling off those ridiculous plays. Remember, the more you play, the more you'll find yourself sticking to the competition. Be sure to share this video to your fellow Viscous mains, and until next time, stay tuned for some more gooey content.